Hello everyone, and welcome to my first ever video, AGCFC. Today we're going to be talking some Chelsea, and we're going to go into what I think the starting 11 for next year should be, and then we're going to talk about the fixtures. So we might as well get straight into it. So the starting 11, it's okay. I'm not going to say it's fucking great because it's not. So we'll start with goalkeeper. We have Sanchez, Philip Jorgensen, we know is probably going to leave, or at least that's what we've heard. And then we've got Mike Pendez on the bench. See, with Mike Pendez being out on loan last year, I think that was great for him. It was what he needed. But bringing him into this team, I don't think he should start for Chelsea. I don't think he's high enough level to start for Chelsea. But if you're going to bring him into this team, I don't just want him running on the bench. So, yes, Sanchez, with Xabi Alonso coming in, if he can get Sanchez to play to his strengths of you can save the ball really well, but you can't play with your feet. Just don't have him play with his feet, and I think he'll be okay. I think that's literally all it takes for Sanchez to be a Chelsea level goalkeeper. But with Pendes, if he's gonna compete, we saw what happened last season when Philip Jorgensen came in for a couple games. He was terrible. But it killed Sanchez's confidence for a couple months, and then he was just, if we're being honest, just never really the same towards the end of the season. But, we have to take this with a grain of salt because every single player was terrible at the end of the season. It wasn't what anybody's actual level was. So I'd have to go Sanchez. I don't know what to do about Pendes because we obviously need a backup, but I don't want him to be starting. I think he's too young. He's definitely got a mistake in him. So I guess we're going to have to kind of see what happens with that. But I'm going to go Sanchez as my starting goalkeeper. If we're going to base this off of the 3-4-2-1 Xavi system, I'm assuming that's what he's going to do, but I guess we'll see. At our three center back positions, just realizing I didn't even write Fofana on here because I hate him that much. But I think I'm going to go with Chalobah, Cowell, and Reece James as our starting three center backs, with Reece being on the far right side. I can't put Reece at wing back knowing how his injuries are. I just don't think that's a possibility. And I'm not sure about him being in the midfield. I think it's always an option, but I'd rather Reece. Are we limiting his ability at center back? And should he be in the midfield? Because I think he's great in the midfield. He was under Maresca. That's going to kind of just we're kind of going to have to just see how that goes as time goes on. But I'm going to put him at starting. Right, center back, Cowell's going to be in the middle. He's a leader. He's a captain. I think he's more vocal than Reece James even. And I just like him in the center. I think he's great. I think we were a lot better towards the end of last season once he was back, finally. If we had him the entire season, would Maresca have even got sacked? Because I think he would have made that much of a serious difference in the team. And then on the left side, you could switch Cowell and Chalobah, but on the left side for now, I have Chalobah. But since Cowell is left-footed, you could switch that around. Chalobah just got called up for the England squad. Great for him. I'm happy for him. He must be doing something right if he's getting called up to the England squad. But I never know with Chalobah. I really think it's so 50-50 with him. I think he's great sometimes. Other times he's really not. But then, we got our backups. We got DCSC. I think he'll be sold, though. Bade Sheila. I think he'll be stuck around because he's left-footed, so we can play, in the center back position or on the left side, which I think we'll need. You have Mamadou Sarr. I thought he was going to be good when he came in, and then we just decided never to play him at all. Joshua Chimpong. He has to get minutes this season or else he's going to want to leave. This is the make-or-break season. Surely Xavi can get him playing games because we know he's good enough. I feel like every time he starts, he's always putting in a good performance or getting man of the match. For now, I'm putting Hato at left wing back since we lost Cucurella. I think it's going to be him and Barco from Strasbourg, just scored for Argentina at left mid. So maybe he can even play the left wing / cam position, but we'll get onto that. So yeah, I think for now we just have to put Hato at left wing back. And at right wing back, I've just got to go Gusto again. I can't put Reece James there. And sometimes with Gusto, I feel like he really struggles defensively. We saw that own goal in the red card at the end of last season. Like, I was getting ready to say we just need to sell him. But I don't know about that. I like Gusto. I think he can be really good at times. So we'll kind of just see how that goes. And at right wing back, I feel like we don't really have another option. You could put Neto, or Reece James, but excuse me, as a solid right wing backup, like, what are you gonna do? Put Neto there? You're gonna put Neto at left wing back? You're gonna put him at one of those like cam right wing, left wing cam positions? I don't really know if he has much of a place in the squad. So I think that's gonna be real interesting to see how that goes. But we're gonna go Gusto right wing back. I think that's a position we probably need to strengthen in. Left wing back probably as well. In the two midfield positions, as of right now, you have to go Caicedo, obviously. Even he was really struggling, but again, everybody was. But I think Caicedo definitely needs to be in there. Lavia can kind of back him up. And then right now I have Enzo in there. Guys, I really think now he's going to go to Madrid. It's kind of dead in the water there for a little bit, it seemed like. But now it's right back up there, and I do think he's going to go. We'll get a lot of money for him. If we lose him, can Santos take over? We obviously know what Santos did at Strasbourg for this couple of years. He was very good, but I don't know if I can fully trust Santos in a way. So maybe that's a position that we definitely probably need to strengthen. And, I'm hearing Adam Wharton, names like that we could get in. We'll see. We have a Sugo there as well. Haven't really seen anything of him, so I can't really say much on him. So moving to like the left wing, right wing / cam sort of options, I think it has to be Esteban Palmer. I don't know which side Xavi's going to play him on. I think he's going to have. I think Cole Palmer will be where he wants to be on that right wing, so we can cut him on the left foot, and I think Esteban's just going to play on that right wing spot. Besides that, we have Garnacho, Gittins, and Neto. Those are our backups there. It's shocking, and they're not even like cams. So I think that's another position that we should. I want to sign somebody there, but I also don't, just because I love Esteval so much. I want him to play as much as possible. I've been like watching him now ever since we bought him for years and years. I think he's that good. It sucks that he got hurt. I feel terrible for him for the World Cup that he can't play. But at the end of the day, we probably should sign somebody there. I don't know. At striker, João Pedro, of course. Don't really have a backup. I think we should just keep Nicholas Jackson in the team. Nicholas can also kind of play that left wing cam, maybe. João Pedro can also do that. Besides that, maybe if we want to have João Pedro play more of like a cam position, then you sign a striker. But I think some obvious signings, I think for us, have to be a center back. You got to go for some experience. We need that in the team. We've been preaching it for years now. Will they do it? Now that they have Xavi, because they've kind of said they would. I don't know. I really don't know. Left wing back, I don't know if I can trust Hato there. I think we need to sign Grimaldo. I think that would be such a good signing. Barco and Hato just, maybe especially if he's going to play Hato, Xabi Alonso's going to play Hato at that left center back position, you have to go and sign somebody, obviously. And I think a great option there. Wood Grimaldo, great experience. We all know he's played under Xavi before. I think that would be, a great signing to make. And then I think we do need one of those like cam positions, which who knows who that's going to be. We're seeing all these targets that the board wants. Who knows if that's what they're going to go with? We haven't made any real signings yet. Is that just because we're waiting for Xavi to get into the team? I really do not know. So I think Xavi gets in July 1st, so we'll kind of just have to see how it goes from there. But yeah, starting 11 have to be Joao Pedro up top. I think that's a great spot to be. His stocks have definitely risen this year a ton. So I think that's covered. Striker position, at least for maybe not backups, but at least for the starting position, that's covered. For the cam slash right wing position, Palmer, if he can get back to what he was, that's definitely covered. Esteval, I want to say that's covered. I think he's so extremely talented. I think he's great. I think he'll be fine there. Now that he's got a half year under his belt, because I don't know why we didn't play him at the beginning of the year. I understand why maybe Maresca was trying to protect him, whatever, but I wanted to see him play a lot more. Caicedo, I mean, that's a lock. That's, a spot that we don't need to improve on. If we lose Enzo, can Santos play there? Maybe give him a chance in preseason. I don't know what's going to happen with that. Gusto, I think we need a better option there. Hato, Barco. I think Grimaldo needs to be there, especially if you drop, again, Hato back to left center back. If you do drop Hato back to left center back, he might struggle a bit, but he's so young. I think you just give him time, let him improve. And you can drop Chalobah out of the team. Koa, you don't need to improve on that. We know that. Reece James, you don't need to improve on that. We know that. Sanchez, Pendes, I really just don't know with them. So we'll kind of just have to see how that goes. But left wing back, right wing back, definitely need to be improved on. Now we're going to, move on to the fixture list came out this morning. So we're going to focus on that. Fulham away is our first game. I really am not sure about that. If I have to give a prediction, I think that's a draw. And then after that, we have Brighton at home, and we suck against Brighton. So then if we go on and tie that or lose that, it's not looking good. And then you've got Arsenal next as the third game, which at the Emirates, that's just probably going to be a loss. Xavi's not going to have much time to go into that and really, develop the team by then, I don't think. And then towards the end of the year, our last 6 games are Man City home, Liverpool away, Tottenham away, Everton at home, Bournemouth away, Brentford at home. So if I had to give predictions, I think as long as things go how I think they should, because I think Xavi's a great manager, I think we'd win the Man City game at home, because for some reason, I don't know, especially since they're losing Pep Guardiola, I think they'll be not a lot worse, but I think they'll definitely be worse. Enzo Maresca's a great manager. We know that. I think he never should have been sacked, obviously. Liverpool, since they're getting Areola as their new manager, I really have no idea how that's going to go. I think it's a type of manager Chelsea would get, and I just don't think it's going to go great. Tottenham away, that's a win. We know that. Everton at home, I'm so unsure with this season. It's just so hard to predict what's going to happen. And then we got Bournemouth, Brentford. I really can't even make predictions. The only prediction I think is that we'll beat Man City. Weirdly enough, I think that's the game we'll win. I really have no idea how this season's going to go. I wish I could, do more analysis, be better at predicting games, whatever, but I have no idea how the season's going to go. Just the Arsenal, playing them on our third game, is really just what's terrifying me. But, we'll kind of just see how it goes. And with all that, that's all I got. So, see you guys next time.